We're in, huh?
Yeah, we're in.
Yeah. I don't know what you did different, but it worked, huh?
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, clearly. Yeah, I'm doing it
Awesome.
on my iPhone, so hopefully it's a brand new 15, so hopefully it looks good.
Good. Good. All right, you have the floor.
Okay, I have the floor. Yeah. I've got more than the
Completely the
floor.
floor. You literally have the floor.
Yeah, I have more than the floor. I have all the do's and don'ts of StreamYard. Okay,
Right. Right.
that was
Wow, that's
wild.
pretty crazy.
Well,
All right,
we're in.
everybody, we
So,
got Sam Jones here.
and who we talking to? Millions and millions of people
Millions of
around the
people.
world.
All over. All over the place.
So, Larry, tell me, since I'm on my iPhone, um, I so looking at the people would be there. Is that correct? There?
Yeah, it will be chats. I don't know if you'll see my chat to people texting. I do. I see them.
Oh, I don't see that. So, what do I need
Yeah.
to do? Oh, you're in the
Uh,
show. Everyone can see and hear you. That's wonderful. Well, hello,
right.
everybody. But I want to get my eye line right. I should, if I'm looking there, that's the wrong
There you
place.
go. You're looking right at me.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
So if
go ahead.
I'm looking at you right now.
Good. It's good to look at me. Now, fire away. We have some
All right.
questions that the fans are asking, or what?
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of questions. All right, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We are here with legendary and the one and only Flash Gordon. Never mind, not Flash Gordon. Sam Jones. Here
That's
we
right.
are.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right. Let's go ahead, guys, and start asking some questions for Sam. And Sam,
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about yourself first.
Let me show you this. See what that says? Can you read it, or is it too much of a glare? Wait a minute.
I can read it.
What's it say?
It says Sam J. Jones saves the galaxy.
That's our brand new comic book. It's a
Are,
54-page graphic novel. We
are you
just finished
kidding?
it and had it released. Yeah. So we're very excited about it. 54
Uh,
pages. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
I gotta have me one of those.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I gotta get one of those. All right. So, do we have any questions here? So Sam, you can see me, right?
Clearly.
Clearly. All right. Fantastic. It's good to hear. And all right. Let's see if we got any. Okay. Oh, this one guy says, "Oh my gosh, he's Sam Jones."
Come on, man. Yeah.
This person says, "Oh, what got you into the film business?" JJQ wants to know what you got into the film business.
That's a great question. Well, I joined the Marine Corps at 17. I joined to be a lifer, and I started playing Marine Corps football. I got a little bit arrogant, thinking that the pros needed me, so I did my hitch in the Marine Corps. That would have been 72 to 76, and then I went to Seattle to try out for the Seahawks. Why Seattle? Because my grandparents lived there, and I had a safe place. I had a safe place while I tried out for the Seahawks. So I tried out for the Seahawks, and guess what they told me? They said, "Thank you very much, but we don't need you." So, I mean, here I was now I'm 21, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, I'm 21, a very young 21. Yeah, because I think I turned 18 in boot camp. So now I'm in Seattle. Seahawks don't want me, and I understand that because to play pro, you have to be the best of the best. So here I am at 21. Marine Corps is over. Football is over. So what am I going to do with my life? I am working. I'm doing lots of jobs in Seattle, and a friend of mine came to me and he said, "I look, you look a little bit down." I said, "Well, I am a little bit down because I didn't make the Seahawks." He said, "Well, read this article on Clint Eastwood." He said, "I think it will inspire you." And we really wasn't thinking about acting, even though I was taking some theater course and some voice and all of that. I
Right.
was at the Columbia School of Broadcasting taking a broadcasting course. So I read the article on Clint Eastwood. That would have been 1976, and it really inspired me. It
Hmm.
inspired me to go to Hollywood. Um, and I think maybe 2 months later, got all my ducks in a row. I love what, excuse me, I love what Denzel Washington says. He says, dream and dream big, but a dream means nothing without a plan. You got to have a plan.
Right.
So I planned. I bought my grandpa's car. He had a secondhand car. I had a place to stay at my aunt's. And so right away, when I arrived, I drove to LA from Seattle.
Right.
I knew I had to get a job that same day. So I went to a restaurant, an Italian restaurant. I got hired the same day. And then, whoops, you still there?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, let me get that. Oh, how do I get out of that? All I see is a text that someone's trying to text me. Oh, you can see me, right?
No, not yet. It's a black screen. Hold on, guys. So, can everybody hear me okay? Yeah, we'll get him back. Just, he's got to double click that link again. There he is. Hold on.
I did it.
There you are.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry guys, I won't touch all these texts. That's why I don't like doing this, on my iPhone, but we couldn't get the laptop to work because all these texts are coming in so I just won't touch it when they come in.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I arrive in LA in Hollywood. Immediately, I got hired at an Italian restaurant. I think I worked that night. No, he told me to come back the next day. That same night, I joined an acting class. And then, of course, again, like I told you, I had a place for a couple of weeks to stay with my aunt. I
Right.
did that. So things were happening really quick. I think I had working, going to acting class, I think 2 or 3 nights a week. And I got my own place within a month. And I think within the first, I think maybe 5 weeks or 6 weeks in acting class, we would have auditors, yeah, uh, casting directors and people like that to look at the class, audit the class, looking for new talent.
Right.
And so next thing I knew, within probably 7 weeks, because it happened really fast, I had a commercial agency that signed me up. Next thing you know, I'm doing a beer commercial. This would have been 1970, late 76, yeah, whatever the math is.
Gotcha.
I had my first beer commercial with the legend Jerry West, who played for the Lakers, and things just started to exponentially increase.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it happened really quick, and then going out for audition. Then I got an acting agent. That was a commercial agent. Then I got what we call a theatrical. Now they call it a talent agent.
Right.
And had my first. I was doing some TV here and there. And then I did my first film, which was late '77, I think. The film 10 with Bo Derek and Blake Edwards directed it. And it was with Julie Andrews. It was wonderful. It was, and that even, I was doing a lot of TV, a lot of commercials, and that film sort of catapulted everything. And that led the following, I think 6 months later or 8 months later,
auditioning for
Dino De Laurentiis for Flash Gordon. Yeah.
And now somebody asked,
Yeah, a lot of
what was?
In between and all that.
Oh, okay. Somebody asked, what was it like to work with Bo Derek?
She was wonderful. She was very, we were both complete unknowns,
I think she had only one or two films before that.
but she was very humble. I spent most of my time with her husband during lunch because he was the legend John Derek
Who had been making movies in the 40s and 50s, and
and everything. So
That's
I
right.
would just pick his brain
we were in Hawaii for weeks. We were in Mexico
for weeks. And every day for lunch, I would just pick his brain about the do's and don'ts of the movie business and all of that. Yeah.
Right. Right. So you know how we met, right?
It was on the Highwayman.
There you go. There you go. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
If you never went towards acting, what would you have done?
Well, I would have remained doing what I was doing. I mean, I was driving a Pepsi Cola truck in Seattle. I had many jobs. I was driving a Pepsi Cola truck. I was working selling shoes at the Athlete's Foot. Um,
I was working at let me see what else, another restaurant. Oh,
I worked as a bouncer. I worked a lot over those early years as a
Right.
bouncer and or a bartender. I did that in Seattle. I worked at the place is still there. It's called Pier 70. If people that are from Seattle would know it.
Right.
I worked at some formal restaurants as a waiter. Good. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
so yeah, that phone might start ringing.
Because I got it. There's another.
Job I'm supposed to address, but I'll keep.
Turn it off.
I have a question from Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie, go ahead.
It says, what was your favorite show or movie to act in?
Well, what I just said, believe it or not because Larry and I met there, but because of. Do you hear that music?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that'll go off soon. I don't know how to separate emails and text and phone calls.
you're good.
But anyway, well, no, you just mentioned it. The Highwayman was why was it my favorite project? I mean, just as a guy, dressed up like Road Warrior, wearing all that black leather. I had a big sawed-off shotgun strapped to my leg. I had a federal badge. My character.
Right.
I drove an 18-wheeler with all these special devices, and I got to work in the great outdoors of Arizona. And let me tell you what I mean by that. Usually, when we're making movies or TV shows, it's a very sanitized environment, usually
Correct.
soundstage. But for the Highwayman, we were in the elements every day, and I absolutely loved it. I loved it every day.
Well, you also had great special guests on
Yeah,
each episode,
yeah, well, we did. Yeah,
which was fantastic. Like Howie Long.
Howie was great. Yeah, he was great.
he was
Oh,
wonderful.
yeah, I think it was sending the droid. Oh, sending the what was?
The
Yeah, something
clones.
like that.
Send in the clones or
The
something
clones.
like
That's it.
that.
That's it.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
So, what do you do in the meantime when you're not doing films?
Well, I got a big family. I got 5 kids. I got my seventh grandkid.
Grandchild getting ready to be born. I don't wait by the phone for work. I used to think, oh, I'm an actor. I'm an actor. Well, I am an actor, but
Right.
there's more to it than that. I like to call myself above all a working man.
Right.
So I run, my background Marine Corps. If the movies are not happening, or if I'm not doing a Comic Con, then I'm running security operations. What we call it, primarily in high risk environments. That's what I do,
Right.
and I love it. I love the challenge. Um, dealing with. I mean, it's the human condition. No matter what we're dealing with, you know, I talk about the movie business. I talk about during Comic Cons, my comic book just out, running security operations. But the listeners can just, it's the same thing. You just
Right.
replace whatever your so-called job description or title is. It's the same thing. We deal with the human condition.
That's it. That's
and,
it.
and the human condition is a lot of work sometimes.
Oh, most
So
definitely.
yeah, that's what we do. We, especially now,
Right.
there's a lot of things that we have to deal with, and hopefully that we get along. There's a lot of division around the world.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we need to be focused on unity. There's a lot of complicated and adverse things that are happening with people right now,
Oh, there's a lot
attitudes and
going on.
also conflicts around the world. So I think we
Right.
just need to get along. I think I know people even during COVID and post COVID, it was all these dynamics going around post COVID. We're designed to have community. We're not designed for isolation.
Correct.
We're
Right.
not, okay?
A lot of people,
Yep.
I mean, some of us guys will say, "Oh, look, just give me a shotgun and a Bowie knife, and I want to go to my cabin out in the wilderness." Okay, well, that's good, but how
Right.
long is that going
Gonna laugh,
to
okay?
Right.
last? Whether we go away for a week or two or a month, we're still going to need community.
Oh,
So
yeah. You got
We just,
if we just know what our job is in life, me, we want to serve other people, help other people, and for me personally, I need to get over myself. I need to work on getting over myself.
right.
Yeah, we just doesn't mean we're going to be great buddies, perfect buddies with everybody, but I just think we need to find a common ground.
Oh, we
Where
do.
we can
we're,
we may not agree on everything, but we need to be unified in certain things
That
so
is
we can
correct.
be less angry and less and get rid of as much division as possible.
Be happy.
Be happy and
Be
make other
happy.
people laugh. If we can
Right.
make ourselves laugh, we can probably make a lot of other people
That's
laugh as
it.
well.
I have another question. This comes from Justin. He says, Sam, are you appearing in the upcoming TED series, which I didn't know about?
No, where the TED series has been. There's also another one. Yeah. Well, right. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's been talked about for a while. But you're right. It's the younger. It's the young. They'd have to bring me because they're bringing everybody back at a very, very young age.
Gotcha.
I believe it's Johnny Mark Wahlberg when he was. I'm not sure what age, 8 or 9 or 10. I'm not sure what the ages are. So if they were to bring me back, they'd have to bring me back. Right? As the way I looked in 1980, right?
Right.
79. Actually, we filmed it in 79. Yeah.
Well, the way the AIs and all that stuff is going, you never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another question. You ready?
I'm here.
Okay. Who was the most distinguished person you protected, or are you allowed to say?
No, we don't really talk about our clients. It's just, it'd be dignity. I mean, I'm primarily private sector, meaning non-government,
Right.
but we still liaison with a lot of other government security teams. Um, but yeah, I primarily protect executives, senior level leadership of big corporations.
Gotcha.
Um, now, we could I also protect diplomats. And we say, well, Sam, how can you say you protect diplomats when you say that you don't protect any government people? Well, in certain countries,
Right.
they define a diplomat as somebody with a lot of money. Okay,
Hmm.
not necessarily working for any government,
Right.
but sometimes they could be classified as a diplomat because they have a lot of money in
Right.
certain
Which
countries.
that's
So I
true.
enjoy it because for me, it's easy. There's no great mystery to figure out here. It's really all about, yeah, we're trained in all the, you want to say tough guy stuff, but we have another name for it. It's called Federal Protective Doctrine. It's the
Right.
same type of doctrine mindset that the Secret Service and the FBI and the ATF and all these other teams around the world
Right.
Anybody protecting a president or a diplomat. It's the same type of training, and it's really other than doing all your advanced work, it's really common sense stuff. There's again, it's
Right.
we don't if you we also use the duck theory, meaning if somebody looks like a duck, walks like a duck, talks
Right.
like a duck, okay, it's a duck.
Right.
Meaning, if somebody looks like they're up to no good, we're all trained in behavioral forensics. That's just a fancy word for the study of human behavior. If
Right.
somebody looks obviously something's not right, he's up to
Yeah.
no good, he's not acting like everybody else in that particular atmosphere, then that's the duck theory. That means address
Right.
it immediately. You can always apologize afterwards. Okay. If you have to end up tackling somebody, you can always apologize later. But it's
Oh
real
my
simple
God.
stuff. It's real simple stuff
Right. Right.
that we do. But again, just like the movie business,
Yeah.
before a movie starts to roll camera, they've already done 90% of the work.
Yeah.
Before a security operation is implemented, we've already done 90% of the work called advanced work.
Yeah.
All your prep, everything.
Wow.
It's just that the other things is okay. What's plan A, B? What's plan
Right.
A through F? And what's plan B through F if plan A, you know, isn't working out? So you got
Right.
to have all the options on the table. You got
Oh,
to
you
be
definitely.
proactive. You got to be proactive, especially in this, the way the current times are around the world. I
Oh,
believe security is becoming the same necessity as food, water, and shelter. I really do.
that is. That really is. You think about that. By the way, somebody wants to know, his cool drummer. How's that for a name?
Is it cool? What?
Cool drummer.
Cool. Well, he's probably a drummer. He's probably
Cool
pretty cool.
drummer.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he wants to know, what do you think of a remake of Flash Gordon?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Flash Gordon is. It's just the craziest history with the so-called remake and/or sequel.
Right.
Usually in Hollywood or in most businesses, when somebody says, I have my project in development, well, what that normally means is I don't have the money. Okay.
Right.
But that's what it means. Okay.
Right.
But the crazy thing with Flash Gordon going back 35 years, remember, we filmed it
Wow.
43 years ago, came out
Right.
in 1980. So that, yeah, I'm sorry, we filmed it 44 years ago. It came out 43 years ago. So
Wow.
all of these, so starting about 35, 38 years ago, these people that came on board that bought the first phase, if you want to do a remake, is
Right.
you gotta purchase the screenplay rights.
Yeah.
And the people that came in, I think the first one was Stephen Summers, who did Van Helsing and a lot of stuff. For some
Right.
reason, he did so. Again, he proved This is the guy who's proven his reputation. They has the money, but for
Yeah.
some reason, he did not follow through with the picking up the option to make the movie. And
Yeah.
this happened the next 4 or 5 times. After that was Neil Moritz, okay, who did all the Fast and Furious.
That's
After
right.
that was Fox Studios. Matter of fact, that was 7+ years ago. Fox called me in and said, "Hey, we got the screenplay rights. We're going to do the next sequel, the next remake of Flash Gordon,
Right.
and this is what we want to do." Well, for some reason, they never picked up the option.
Hmm.
Now, so that sat there for 7 years.
Wow.
Disney came in and bought Fox. What is that? Almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah, it's been a
Disney
couple
bought
years.
Fox
Right.
and yeah, and said, and they brought in, so Disney has it now, and they brought in Watiti, who directed Thor. They said,
Okay.
okay, we're going to bring him in. He's going to do an animated version of Flash Gordon. But I knew when they said that, I said, nah, not him. He's
No.
gonna he's gonna start writing that script, and anyway. And I was right.
Yeah.
So during the development process, he decided, no, we're not going to do an animated version. We're going to do a live action. So that's the
Interesting.
last I've heard.
Right.
It's not happening now, at least from what I read and the people I talk to. It's still in development.
Development.
But
Right.
in the development stage, with people that have money, okay, it's crazy.
It's just really, really bizarre. You got to really know what it's like when you work into the motion picture industry. You really, I mean, a lot of people like, well, they go to the movies, they watch it, they enjoy it. That's pretty much it. But there's so much more to it. The political part of it, um, the behind the scenes things that goes on. I
Sure.
mean, you've been
Yeah,
in there long enough to know all
I
that.
yeah, I don't know why they haven't done it, because again, the rare connection here, the rare dynamic is everybody who purchased the screenplay rights
Right.
had the money. They had
Yeah.
the reputation. Matter of fact, let me just throw another little a little dynamic in there.
Yeah,
Just
please.
because you have a billion, let's just say you are a. I'm not going to touch that text because last time I lost it,
Right.
but it should go away soon.
Okay.
Um, the other dynamic, the other criteria with anybody who wants to do a movie, purchase the screenplay rights, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not making this up. It
Right.
doesn't matter if you have billions and billions of dollars.
Right.
You still have to, either you yourself or the people you bring on board, they have to be proven. They
Right.
have to be proven as actors, as directors, as producers. You just can't have a ton of money and Flash Gordon licensing rights owned by King Features, aka Hearst Entertainment. They're still
Right.
not going to sell you the licensing rights because you have billions of dollars. Matter of fact, it doesn't cost that much.
Right.
You don't need that much at all, anywhere near that. But
No.
I'm just letting you know there's other criteria involved. But all these people, again, I'm going to be redundant, that came on board, and I'm not saying this as a poor me or, oh, isn't this awful? There's a reason for everything.
Right.
Maybe the good Lord wants me to come on board when I have all the necessary funding, okay,
Right.
to get this done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be pretty neat to see that get made. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah.
But
I, well, Larry, there's some people out there who don't.
Well, if you ask my good buddy Brian Blessed, who played Voltan,
yes.
uh, he's 80. What is he? 86 now. He's incredible. I saw him last March in
Wow.
London. If you ask him about a remake or a sequel, he goes, no, no, no.
Leave it
He's like,
alone.
don't touch it. Don't
Right.
touch it. That's what Brian would say in that
Right.
incredible voice. And yeah, but then some people agree with him, but I think it's time. Come on, man. What's
Yeah.
cool
I
about
mean,
Flash Gordon, what makes him relevant, it'll, if they continue being loyal to
right.
his nature, meaning his inherent characteristics. Well, what is that? Flash Gordon is one of the few superheroes who does not have superpowers.
Right.
So what's so cool about that? Well, it if people can see this character, Sam J. Jones,
Yeah.
and or Flash Gordon, facing adversity,
Right.
facing challenges where, oh my gosh, is he going to die? Is he going to get hurt? What's happening? If
Yeah.
they can see that this guy, he's just a man. He's got
Yeah.
some
It's just
athletic ability, yes. He's got some wit, yes. But if they can see, if, especially the younger generation, especially right now, if the
yeah.
younger generation, even the middle aged and older,
Yeah.
like me, if they
Yeah.
can see that he's just a human being, he's just a man, and he can get through adversity and the same kind of challenges and what I'm going through as a young person, if that guy can get through it and have success, then here's the message. Then by golly, I can get through it too, no matter what I'm going through in school, at home, at my job. And that's what makes him relevant right now.
Well,
because yeah,
yeah, it has a great message to it.
It's got an incredible.
message because
Right. Because
because
he's
what it's not saying is, oh no, I can't get success with this daily pressure of people and jobs and all this, the economy and the
right.
world conflict. No, I have to wait on somebody. I don't have superpowers, so
Yeah.
therefore I can't do it. So that's the
Right.
message it's not sending. You see, you don't have to have those superpowers like
No.
everybody, like most superheroes do.
Oh, like I mean, for instance, you talk about remakes. Look at like Superman. How many times it's been made?
Yeah.
Spider-Man. There's superpowers, quote unquote. But you look back at the original Flash Gordon. I think it was, oh, good grief, was it 30s or 20s or 30s?
Are you
Still
talking
black
about
and
the original
white.
Flash Gordon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was created as a comic book strip. I'm
Okay.
sorry, not comic book, a comic strip in the newspapers by Alex Raymond in January 1934.
Yeah.
And the only
Okay.
one before that was Buck Rogers, created about 7 or 8 months before that. And those
Wow.
two, Buck Rogers, no superpowers, and
Right.
Flash Gordon, they were the mold. They were the model to follow for
Right.
all superheroes after that.
Yeah. And somebody had a real quick question, real quick. What was it like to work with Timothy Dalton? And then I was going to ask, what was it like to work with Max von Sydow?
Max, yeah, Max was wonderful, man. He was
Yeah,
great. He had a great life, and he was the perfect mean the merciless man. He was amazing.
great.
And Timothy Dalton, he was, man. We had so much rehearsal time together doing all these fight scenes on, on a battle disc, an elevated rotating battle disc with spikes, and he and I were actually whipping each other with, accidentally. We weren't supposed to, but real bull whips,
Oh my
because the
gosh.
director wanted the noise of the
Wow.
bullwhip being snapped. So, but it worked. It worked great, man. He tore a little flesh off my arm, and I tore a little flesh off his. It was great. We had a great relationship.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, it's just now you're still doing conventions, right?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
go out there, you see the fans, you see just what all over the world, don't you?
All over the world. I love it. I absolutely love it.
That's incredible. Now, how would people follow you? I mean, you're on what, Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook?
you do all. Yeah, yeah. All the Instagram, the Facebook, all that good stuff. And
Okay.
I'm starting to post my schedule too, where I'm going to be for these. I'm doing another comic book tour. I got the brand new comic book out. I'll be doing a comic book tour. That means that incorporates everything: comic
Right.
book stores, comic cons, events. Yeah, lots of
Wow.
goodies.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're busy, so I don't want to keep it too much longer. And
That's good. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I
I'm
got to get
having
going.
fun.
I got to get going soon. But go ahead and ask a couple more questions. Yes.
Okay, anybody else out there have any questions? If they don't, I will throw some at you.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. Um, let's see, Queen.
Oh, he's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Incredible
mean
band.
that song, Queen, that Flash.
Yeah, I unfortunately, I was the only cast member who did not meet Freddie Mercury.
Really?
I was, because remember we were filming in London,
Right.
and yeah, I mean I was in bed early and up in bed. Well, I worked late, so late meant 8 or 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night probably.
Yeah.
But I was up at 3:30 or 4 a.m. every morning,
Wow.
training and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they would all go out, but I was probably the only one who did not meet. But I met other cool people. I met Mick Jagger, Bianca Jagger, Rod Stewart. They were
Oh,
really cool.
jeez.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorites. I mean,
Yeah.
when music was music. So, Sam, I want to thank you so
Well,
much for
thank
this.
you too, Larry.
I mean, sorry about the technical difficulties, guys, again, but it
We
happens. That's
got it.
showbiz, right?
It happens.
It definitely happens. And, you know, we will see each other again, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And
All
thank you,
right.
everybody, for tuning in. Until
Yes.
next time, right?
Till next time.
All right.
Till next time. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Larry. Cool.
You take care.
All right.
And guys, I will put the links and information for Sam down below, his Instagram page, his Facebook, and what have you. So I'll put that down there. I want to thank everybody. I am so sorry about the technical difficulties again. We had some kind of issues of trying to get things going on his computer and stuff like that, but it happens. And I was excited about Sam saying he would do this. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank all the moderators and everybody else that popped in. We got people like Michael, JJQ, DVD, and Film Blake. Part of Rosa was here, which is fantastic. Cool drummer. Thank you guys so much. I hope the stream was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys next time. And there'll be more streams. I just kind of dealing with little health issues here and there, but I'm doing good. All right. So always don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you, Eddie. I'm glad you jumped into the stream. I really appreciate that, bud. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Hit like. And until next time, always be yourself. And I'm doing this. Peace, guys.